All right. So hi, Jaime.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. So last night you attended the dinner, the reset dinner with your family. What was your experience? What were your aha moments from last night?
First of all, it was an amazing experience. The fact that I was able to bring my 11-year-old and 8-year-old and sit through this discussion about health and really nutrition and the food that we put in our bodies. And the things that we as a family learned, and more importantly, my children learned about what's good and what's bad was so beneficial. You know, we live in an era where kids are exposed to a ton of junk food and they don't want to listen to me and hear what I have to say about the foods, and they don't listen to me. So being able to come here and have Dr. Mindy speak and highlight some of the items and teach the kids how to read labels and warn them on the risk was huge and impactful. We went home and the girls right away thanked me for bringing them, which was shocking because it is an hour long. And for my 8-year-old who was sitting on my lap, I thought for sure she was going to be like, why did you bring me? And instead she's like, Mommy, I learned a lot. First thing she said she wanted to do is she wanted to go into the grocery store and do the U, so that she could, really see what is in those aisles and pick things that she likes. And that's the thing, is I think it's not about this is what you must do, but it's more about this is what you should do. And I think the way she presented the information, it excited them because they felt like they had the power and they have the control to make the adjustments. For my husband, he's a big Gatorade drinker, and first thing he said is, all right, no more Gatorade. So that was huge. We didn't know. We should know. I mean, it's bright blue, it's bright purple. Obviously, there must be something wrong with that. Right. But that was the other great thing, and just about the experience.
That's fantastic. I'm so glad that your family was able to gain so much knowledge from just that one talk last night. So if you had any advice for anybody, that's not a patient here or is not part of our community, what would that be?
Well, I think the first thing that I definitely learned early on, and you never really know where to go. It's like you think you can go to grandparents and they can be the ones to educate your children. But I think it really takes an expert in the field and getting in front of that expert to be able to tell your children, this is what you should and should not be eating. This is what can happen to you. This is what can result in you continuing to eat these unhealthy foods. GMOs is something that I've been trying to educate the kids on, but now having Dr. Mindy talk about it and the importance of avoiding GMO food and really talking about how food has changed over the years has been huge. Even my father, I would love to get him here. My father is of the mindset of, you ate that food, so you should be fine and you should be healthy. Why does it matter that your kids are? And he doesn't understand that our food industry has changed over the past 10 to 15 years. And I think even him coming to something like this and educating the older generation on our food has changed. People don't tend to pay attention to that. They just think it's the same food that they've always eaten over the years and don't realize that big companies continue to modify the food. And I never really thought about the preservatives really before either. Like the fact that she brought up grandma's cookies and the fact that it can sit on the counter for 2 weeks and still be a great cookie. I remember being a little kid and thinking, wow, this cookie is still soft, but never thought that must mean because it has chemicals in it.
Right.
And so I think that's been the amazing thing too, is that my children walked away with that. And I will say too, the thing we did last night after we left the session, we went through and we started throwing away all the bad oils. And we started looking at labels, and there was some depressing moments for my children where they're like, I have to throw it away. And we're going to go step by step. And I think, Dr. Mindy would probably agree too. You don't want to be drastic and throw everything away, but we're going to start making smarter purchasing decisions when we go to the grocery store.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Have a good day.